But they say that Latin is a dead language, and they are wrong. Latin isn't dead, it just changed, and that's where the Romance languages come from. Romance in the sense of Rome, not love. Over time, as the influence of Rome wore off in the Middle Ages, the regions that spoke Latin all spoke different versions of it, and these languages evolved into modern-day French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. All of these languages are just modern forms of Latin, though. In fact, over 800 million people speak a language derived from Latin. That's impressive, and it shows the importance of Latin and its language descendants on the history of the world. If we look at the word for mother in each of these languages, you can easily see the relationship between Latin and its Romance tongues. In Latin we have mater, Italian madre, Spanish madre, and French mère. These are called derivatives, since they come directly from the Latin word. We can do this with many, many words, and it goes a long way towards saying that learning any one of the Romance languages, including Latin, can help you learn the others. But if these languages are derived from Latin, that must mean that Latin itself is derived from something earlier. That's where we get to travel further back in time. Since written records haven't been around in the times before Latin, we have to draw conclusions based on similar words. For instance, the Welsh word for mother is man, and that and its related languages, Irish and Scotch Gaelic, may be related somewhat more closely to the languages from Italy, like Latin. Then we have the Germanic languages, like English, German, Dutch, and the Scandinavian tongues. If we compare mater in Latin to mother in English, you might see the connection, but other words aren't so obviously related. For example, the Latin word for hundred is centum, but the English word is hundred, and German is hundert, the Dutch honderd, and the Swedish hundra. You can see a kind of similarity in the middle part of the word with the English nd and the Latin nt, but something happened a long time ago to the beginning of the word for hundred, and the k changed to an h for the Germanic languages. In fact, some words that are similar in English and Latin are from a common ancestor thousands of years ago. Words like mater, mother, pater, father, centum, hundred, are called cognates, since they are born from the same origin. Of course, that isn't the only way English is related to Latin. Remember, the Romans occupied Britain from 43 CE to about 410, and some English words like cheese, way, and street are directly derived from the Latin words caeseum, via, and stratum. Then also, in 1066, William, the Duke of Normandy, conquered large parts of the island, and a good amount of French came into English over the next couple hundred years. Words like noble, pork, and religion are just a few of the 10,000 words to come into the English language. Often they are words centered around the ruling class or religion. So for instance, the lower class English still referred to the animal as a pig, but the upper class French used the word pork because they were eating the meat. And roughly a quarter of English words come from Latin through French. Apart from this major influence, Latin words have continually come into English simply because Latin was considered the educated language. So, during the Renaissance, another 10,000 words came into English simply out of need. Words like imaginary, aberration, and juvenile. For these words, there were no French intermediaries. As the world became more and more scientific, English looked back to Latin for technical and scientific terms as well. Something close to a quarter of English words are these that come directly from Latin. Now, Germanic, Celtic, and Italic languages aren't the only ones that are related. These are all part of a larger group of languages that span from Europe all the way to India. This includes Albanian, Armenian, and Greek. There are also the Slavic languages, including Russian and Polish. There are also Iranian languages like Farsi, the language of modern Iran, Pashto, and Kurdish. And related to these is Sanskrit, the ancient language of India, along with many of the modern Indian languages, including Hindi, Bengali, and Punjabi. In all, Indo-European languages are the official languages on all 6 major continents, and almost 2 billion people speak a language from this family. As each group broke off from the other, specific changes occurred in the vowels and consonants that created the different languages that we have today. But it's pretty amazing that all of this originated with a small group of people. We don't know where, but most likely around 6,000 years ago.